Leandro Martin Lopez getting ready for his first solve.
He's going to sit on his leg.
Oh, Alexander Vucic with an amazing first solve of 28.8 seconds.
Looks a bit shaky from Leandro.
What a great finish for Leandro with 34.71.
Yep.
Let's see what Nicholas Nine can pull out. And a 33.22. So it's looking as though Alexander Vucic might be in the lead for this first solve. Oh, and we can also see a Chinese national record from Ziyu Wu.
Alexander with 29.88.
Very good start for Alexander. Oh, calling a delegate. Looks like another NR for China. The 28.51 for Ziyu Wu. Oh, and unfortunately, that second solve for Alexander was a +2. So it's a 31.88 for his second solve.
Looks like he started his inspection a bit faster on the first solve. Does look like a much better solve than the first one.
That's a 25.03 for Leandro Martin Lopez. Asserting his dominance more than Stanley can.
Nicholas with a 30. 30.
Oh, it was a +2, unfortunately, for Leandro, so 27.03. Still the best solve of the final so far.
Alexander is now starting next attempt. Not sure if you can get it into view.
Alexander with a new OCR single of 26 flat. Unfortunately, did not catch that on the stream, but that is a new Oceanic record single for him. Putting him in the current lead with a 28, 31, and 26 for his first 3 solves. A 30.44 for Ziyu Wu. Still very consistent in
With
this
a +2.
Oh. Oh, and a 27.76 for Nicholas Nying. We've also got Tristan Chuayong with a 32, 29, and 28. So the playing field is quite level at the moment. Alexander Vuzic just about to begin his inspection. If we could possibly get a view on that.
Got an L case for POL, so you got a 28, 32.
Alex moving very quickly.
He looks very intense.
I love his facial expressions during his solves. And a bit of trouble on the last layer. And that's going to be a 33. Okay. Still looking very strong in this final, though, he is. And Ziyu Wu with a 32.9 for his 4th solve.
Nicholas starting next attempt. If you compare Nicholas's style to Alexander, it's so different.
Yeah.
I think Nicholas does like half the turns Alexander does.
I mean, you don't see anything through Nicholas. He's just very cool and calm. Oh, and Tristan Chuayong with his 4th solve, Another 28 for him. So he's looking quite strong as well. Possibly a sub-30 average. And Nicholas Nang with 227s in this average now. LML looking very good in this solve.
Yeah, last slot didn't look great, but...
And a bit slower there. 29.55.
Doesn't seem too happy with it.
Zia Wu moving very quickly. Is that already last layer? Oh, and Alexander Vucic with a 28.37 for his last solve, giving him a sub-30, 29.68 OCR average. That's looking good for a possible podium. And Zia Wu coming in at second with a 30.4 national record Chinese average, as well as single. Oh, and Trista Chua-Yong, surprisingly coming out on top currently with a 29.25 average. Alexander Vucic currently sitting in second. Okay, final solve for LML. These solves from LML and Nicholas will determine the podium.
Looks like Nicholas made that 30 counting.
And pushing Zia Wu off the podium. Looking like a possible guaranteed podium for Alexander Vucic and Tristan Chua-Yong. Oh. LML with a 31 on the last solve.
Looks like Tristan has gotten in the back.
Giving Tristan the world championship. And it looks as though Alexander Vucic has guaranteed the bronze medal in Megaminx. Leandro Martin Lopez in second with a 29.67 average, and Tristan Chua-Yong in first place.
This has been like one of the
29.25.
most close Megaminx finals ever.
Yeah.
4 guys with a 30 average. And second and third place only difference is 0.01.
Every solve changed the possibilities.
Yeah. But most guys started out quite badly on the first solve, except for Alexander.
Oh. And
It's
Kyungmin
a 30. So got a national record average.
He has 31.37 Korean national record average. Lots of records in this final. Currently sitting at 5 records. 2 of which being continental records for New Zealand, for Oceania.